It's finally over. 5 years after the initial release and 6.5 years after the initial Kickstarter campaign, every promised goal has been delivered and the best indie platformer ever is complete. But it's not fair to say that Shovel Knight wasn't a complete game back in 2014. Each campaign can be purchased individually and they entirely justify their existence as separate games. It's a welcome surprise that King of Cards might be the richest and most fully featured entry yet. King of Cards feels like a nice balance of each of the previous campaigns, with the original Shovel Knight's bounce and weight, Plague of Shadows' technical and tactical level traversal, and Spectre of Torment's opportunities for flowing combo-style mastery of each sequence of obstacles. It also seems to borrow a little more heavily from Super Mario Bros. 3, with a greater number of short, punchy levels and hidden exits that offer alternate routes through the world map. There's also the excellent card game Joustus, which is easy to understand but develops fantastic complexities over the course of the campaign. It's a great summary of what's so good about Shovel Knight, as well as a broadly representative tribute to the best games on the NES. Lessons have been learned from Mega Man, DuckTales, Zelda 2, Castlevania and Mario to deliver something that works with their strengths and develop something unique and satisfying. King of Cards almost has that flashback thing where you analyse the layout of a room and its threats before you jump in and attempt to pull off your strategy as slickly as possible. It does a lot of unique and new things, but the gameplay in King of Cards is the closest to the original Shovel Knight of all the new campaigns so far. There's a story here, but like the new Doom, the game casts an impatient and frustrated protagonist who holds no interest in the interpersonal dynamics that have led to the situations he finds himself in. King Knight wants to be king and doesn't care about anything else. He's an arsehole and you're rewarded for playing with that mentality. It's fun! His personality also cleverly informs his moveset, charging bullishly through the sky to take out anything in his way and flamboyantly twirling in the air between the heads of his lessers. There's an air of pompous idiocy, self-interpreted as elegance. Plague Knight and Spectre Knight were baddies, or at least anti-heroes, but they were figures of disease and death. King Knight is all about arrogance, greed and delusion. He's the Wario to Shovel Knight's Mario. He's a great platforming character. Shovel Knight has always had great music and pixel art design, but 4 games into reusing the same levels, there's a risk of stretching the material too far. While some locations and tracks lack the impact they once had, they do deepen your relationship with the world and its characters, and there are impactful new elements throughout the game. It compares favourably to how long-running platforming series like Sonic the Hedgehog will reuse iconic locations and enemies and have you approach them in exactly the same way throughout multiple games. Playing as an entirely different kind of character in King of Cards changes your approach to each task and takes advantage of every surface in the level's design. It's clear that they're running out of new ways to utilise these familiar layouts and structures, but it's led to some really innovative approaches before they close the door on them. In essence, that's what King of Cards really is. A way to round out the best original 2D platformer in 20 years before they call it finished. It can be difficult to know what to do with the challenge of creating a unique campaign comprised of elements that have already been used and reused 3 times before, but it's a bit like writing an 800-word piece on a game that could possibly be better served by a simple, "It's fun, play it." You struggle to know what to add, but by picking apart each element you gain a deeper appreciation for what's been done and why it works. King of Cards proves how good the core elements of Shovel Knight are by repurposing them in a familiar but undeniably different format. It's a testament to how good a developer Yacht Club are, how enthusiastically and innovatively they can push on with the same material for years, and how much potential there is in any piece of great game design. My hope now is that they're very, very tired of Shovel Knight and can't wait to bring us something completely different. I think it has every chance of being even better.